Hello, this is old Mr. Kent of MrKent.com, and probably one of the most weird videos I've ever made. I'm going to be talking about drones, but I'm riding my e-bike, and the reason for that is because I don't like to just sit and stare at a camera while I'm talking, so I thought this would be more interesting. But I subscribed to, long time ago, I subscribed to the Pilot Institute. And if you're not subscribed to it, it would be a good idea because they put up, first of all, they put up a weekly news update, plus a lot of other interesting videos. And they're based here in Arizona, in Stockdale. But last March they put out a video, and I missed it. So I don't know how I missed it, but I finally saw it just the other day, and I felt kind of compelled to spread the news about this, just in case you don't know about it. And so what they talked about on that video was a thing called, it's put out by Aerial Armor, and it's called the AirScope. And what it is government agencies or private, not private, but businesses and so forth, where drone traffic is a vital thing to watch out for. It spots drones that are flying, and so you might want to watch the video because it's going to be better than what I'm saying here. But as you know, well, first of all, I was a pilot for many years, many hundreds of hours of flying, and one of the things that you don't want to have happen is to run into something while you're flying in the air. And I used to, when I was working at the boys' boarding school, they'd put up kites and I'd try to knock their kites down, which was fun. But anyway, they were harmless, piece of paper and pieces of wood. But if I had been flying and run into a drone, that would have done damage to my airplane, which would cost a lot to repair. A lot to repair. And it also could cause a plane to crash. So I'm real conscientious about the safety of pilots flying in their airplanes and other things that related to dangers of drones. So what this machine does, they start at about $50,000, is let's say that you are the owner of a stadium and you have big football games and stuff there, then you have one or more of those, because what they do, well, first of all, let me explain. If you ever turn on you hook your phone up to your controller, and then you go into the app and you open it up, but there's no information there because it's not being transmitted from the drone. So the drone transmits all your information, like the serial number and altitude and speed and heading and the home point, plus a lot of other things. Well, this AirScope that they have spots anything transmitting on the drone frequencies. It spots that, picks it up, and shows it on a map. And so like, for instance, if the police department are using it or anything, they can spot exactly where you took off. They can spot, and they can track the drone. And just like when you go to Air Data and you can get a path of your drone flight, they get a path of your drone flight and all that. And first of all, I got to say that in the program, they say that 95% of all the drones they pick up on this AirScope are legal. Everybody's doing everything right. But there's a certain percentage of people who, and I know a couple guys like that, who really don't care whether they're staying under 400 feet or anything else. And so they proudly say, I just fly wherever I want, whenever I want, and so forth. Well, if you're one of those guys, you might be aware, and maybe you are, that they can pick up your information now and get your serial number of the drone and then contact, like, for instance, DJI, and they'll have your address and everything. I mean, the police department can do that and then come visit you. So, and also, it sends a text message to whoever's using it, and it gives them all the information so they don't have to. So it's instant information on their phone, and they can take care of the situation. And it's like, you have probably seen news reports of people flying their drones into a football stadium, and they have to stop. And then also, like forest fires and stuff like that, they have to stop putting out the fires because there's a drone there. And so anyway, that's what this program was about, is using this thing. I like it because, having been a pilot, I can tell you that it's real scary when something shows up in front of your plane, and it's good when you miss it. I got a lot of examples I could give, but it doesn't matter. What's important is this makes it possible for authorities to pick up information about anybody who is not doing the right thing. And so I like it because, well, I'm a law-abiding citizen, and I care about other people enough that I'm not going to cause a plane to crash or something because I want to fly my drone beyond 400 foot. And by the way, this they explain on the program. You'll have to watch it because it's very informative. It's about 30 minutes long. That this device can pick up drones up to 12, between 12 and 40 miles away. And so when they pick up the drone, then they get all the information, and they plug it in and they save it. They also have a watch list for stolen drones. So if you go on eBay and buy a drone that's used, be careful that it's not stolen, because they can come take it away from you if that serial number matches their watch list. So there's a lot of good things, as far as I'm concerned, that will kind of discourage guys. That's the main thing. Just discourage people from flying their drones where they shouldn't be flying them. I'm not interested in penalizing somebody, but if you know about this and you live close to anywhere where there's a stadium or an airport, within 12 miles away, they might be watching you every time you fly your drone. And like the guy said on the program, the 5%, 95% of the drone flights are legal. It's just that few people that break the rules. So anyway, it's an interesting program. It goes through and explains the technology and the software, and they put on a live demonstration of how it works. And anyway, it's very interesting. And I'll put a link to that program. No, I'll put a link to the Pilot Institute and to that one video in the description. So I would suggest, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to that, because not only that, but they have a real high success rate on their Part 107 instruction and so forth. So it's good. It's a good outfit, and they put that on so that just help everybody understand that, maybe you should wise up and fly safely. So anyway, it's just I'm not trying to be try to scare people. I'm just saying, if you're one of those guys, like they say on there, remember, you could be watched, and you could get yourself into a lot of real expensive fines. So with that, I just encourage you to check it out, and I'll leave it at that. And I want to thank you for watching my video, even though we're just riding along a dirt road here. This is where I go to film a construction site when I want to do it from the ground. Anyway, thank you for watching my video, and God bless.